Hi, and welcome to A Punk with Toys. My name is Lawrence, and welcome to the first ever hotel room review. And yes, before anyone drops a comment or says anything, yes, I am the guy that bags on people for going on vacation and doing toy reviews, because I think you should be spending time with your family or your friends when you're on vacation. But I'm not on vacation. I was sent to Ohio to do training on a new copy machine that we are picking up. So you know what? I've already done my training. I've done a live stream with the Circle of Jerks. I've gone to the gym and worked out. I've had dinner, and I've gone swimming, and here I am sitting in my hotel room without much to do. And I know I picked up a whole bunch of stuff before I came, a whole bunch of Operation Monster Force stuff that's actually sitting right back there. And I said, you know what? Let's get some stuff done, because not only do I have all this to do, I got stuff when I get home that's going to be waiting for me. So anyway, we're going to take a look at this Marvel Legends MCU Punisher Born Again. And I know not everyone's been super thrilled with this face sculpt, but you know what? I got to say it really does look like Frank Castle, to be honest. But I can also see where they're like, it looks a little off. But anyway, we're going to take a look at it. He's got his pistol, his fists, his knife, and I think there's a crowbar in there. He's got the nice skull on it. On the back, we see our Frank Castle. We all know about Frank Castle. But anyway, I got a couple Operation Monster Force figures here. I got some G.I. Joe figures here, so we can still do some photography with it and have some fun. But anyway, let's get into this. And if you like these types of hotel reviews, you can't say you like them, because I've never done one until now. So I guess at the end you could say, hey, you know what? That was awesome. I'm just bored out of my mind and have nothing else to do. Anyway, if you like when I drop a Marvel Legends review, please take a second, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification so you're notified every time I drop an MCU Marvel Legends review. Alright, so I got the Punisher out of his plastic prison, and I'm hoping that the light is good. So anyway, let's first start off with what he comes with. So he comes with an extra fist, which looks good. It's probably like every other Marvel Legends fist. You can see some nice detail in there. You can see the veins. And again, he's the Punisher. He's one of the guys that probably does need fists. He has a left trigger finger on him. He already has one trigger finger on his right, and then he has an open hand. Not really sure what that's for just yet. He's going to strangle someone. I'm not really sure. All right, so I said a crowbar. I was wrong. He has an axe. All right, and you can see the axe is already kind of bent. It is very gummy. So, again, it wasn't just G.I. Joe stuff that was gummy. It was the Marvel Legends stuff. It's Hasbro stuff in general. So, quickly looking at it, the design is actually pretty nice. All right, it looks like he has a bunch of tape kind of wrapped around it. Probably get a better grip on it. You can see some nice detail in it. So, it's kind of been used before. It is not like super blunt. So I think that works out for it. But it just has some nice detail. And as long as it stays straight, I can deal with the gumminess. But let's be honest, they should be a little bit straighter, just for the fact. The knife is just super gummy. But I guess as long as it is straight, then we're good, right? Quickly, you can see it's not like super thick. I think it looks pretty good, better than a lot of the G.I. Joes. I think they could do this exact same thing. But it's got some nice detail right there. You can see right there. It actually has an angle that makes it look like an actual knife. You got the nice gray grip right there. And then you got the knife guard right there. So pretty nice, other than it's just super flimsy. And then he has a pistol with with a slight extended magazine that is painted gray. You gotta love how it's like all their stuff is color coordinated to go with the figure. Even though I don't think the magazine, I don't think you'd be like, I need to color coordinate this magazine. But you see the grip. It has some decent detail to it. It's got the nice slide looking, the trigger guard. It does have a port for blast effects, which I'm going to assume those are going to work. Do I have one? We'll get to some blast effects maybe in a little bit. But anyway, nice looking pistol. And we'll get into that and see how that works. And I have these other weapons that we can use with Operation Monster Force, Top Fun Retro Toys. You get this Deadpool AK-47. So I have other weapons that I can use with him. So, all right, quickly to look at this guy here. So, I mean, he does get the actor's face, but it's in this like sad look. And I feel like it's almost maybe a little more like Walking Dead than Punisher. But I fully see it, but at the same time, it looks weird. So his hair seems a little big. I will give people that. I feel like he's like trying to be in the, you know, like a Grease remake or something. But you can see the detail in the hair. It was supposed to make it look like different strands of hair. He's got the fade, which I think does look really good. I just don't think the Punisher would always have like perfectly kept hair. Some nice ears right there. You can see his eyes look straight. Eyebrows are very light. Maybe that's why it kind of like brings down his face a little bit. His lips have a little bit of paint on it. Nose looks like his. So they pretty much nailed that. We got right here, he's got his plate carrier, which I think is actually good. It's molded onto him, so it's not going to be too thick, which will probably make him pose a lot better than some of these other military figures. But you can see the buckles right up there. Going into the plate carrier, we can actually see the Punisher logo, which they utilize this to make the eyes, which I think is really nice. And then you have the teeth right here, and if you look, he has different weapons right there. He's got different magazines, the gray magazines, so clearly those gray magazines are meant for the pistol. I lost a hand right there. So here he is with 4 extra magazines. Painting them to fit, I think looks pretty good. And the magazines seem to be like a little bit of a different color. But looking at the belt, I think it looks decent. I think it looks good. It looks better than decent. You got the nice belt buckle here. It's going to wrap completely around. Then you got the sheath right there, which I'm not really sure what that is, but some detail. And then even looking at the back of the plate carrier, you can see where it's like held together. You get the pistol holster right there, not dropped down, so we won't have to worry about it keep falling down his leg. As for his arms, he has the U.S. flag right there, and it's in the right direction. All right, now, and over here he has the Punisher logo with 3 stars. But looking at it all, again, I think it looks good. You can see the wrinkles. You can see the design right around the arm here. You can see the band for his jacket and how it sets. And then he's got the forearms kind of just sticking right out. All right, and then we get to his legs here, and it looks like there's a nice pouch right there. He's got a couple of knee pads, which I think look good. They're integrated pretty nicely, so you're not going to notice all so much. As we get down here, I'm not really sure what that is hanging out there. It looks like it's glue or something. I don't know. Maybe it didn't get cut. I think it just didn't get cut properly. But he has these cuffs around his boots. Or is he wearing tennis shoes? I think he's actually wearing tennis shoes. I don't think of the Punisher wearing tennis shoes, but I'm assuming this is what he has in the actual TV show. But you can see the shoelaces. I think that all looks good. It looks like he has like a pair of Skechers on. Yeah, I just said he wears Skechers. There it is. It's still made in China. All right, as for the articulation on this figure, he can look up decently. Not bad, but not great either. He can look down. He can really look side to side. He gets a nice T-pose. Swivel at the bicep. He also swivels at the shoulder. Oof. Double pinless elbows, which really, I mean, I feel like that's a broken elbow if someone does that to you. He has the wrist swivel. They do articulate up and down for actual triggers. All right. As for his shoulders here, I don't believe that he has, I mean, he has butterfly joints. I don't think they're meant to work though. I know I keep pointing this out about these companies, But I swear that like they're not meant to work. They're meant to say, hey, look what he has. And I'm definitely pulling it out right here. Like just trying to get the arm, like the shoulder to move. I feel like I don't feel like it. I'm definitely pulling that out right now. I feel like that needs to go in. So his butterfly joints, again, I don't know what the purpose is other than to say, hey, look, there's butterfly joints, but if they don't work, what does it matter? All right, diaphragm cut so he can crouch or can lean over that far, then he can lean back. Again, ab crunch, still better. I don't care what anyone says. All right, he can twist twice, twist right there, and then he has that weird cut that Marvel Legends, I guess, aren't ever going to fix. They just follow what the classified line does. Jean-Claude Van Damme, they don't have drop-down hips, so he only goes that far. I don't think he's doing a lot of Pilates anyway. You're going to have your thigh cut. He's a little gummy. Not awful, but he is kind of gummy. Double pinless knees right there. And then he has no boot cut. That is weird. He has an ankle rocker. And he doesn't have a boot cut, which he has a perfect opportunity to have it either right there or right up there. So this is one of those places that they skipped. I know I've heard people say that they think that the MCU figures aren't as good, and it's hard to really argue that. All right, so this pops out nice and easily, and then we can pop that right there. All right, had to get the other trigger finger, so his hands pop off without a problem. I wanted both of the trigger fingers. It just seems to make more sense. All right, so you get two trigger fingers. Again, he's like looking at Daredevil. All right, obviously we can see that we can stand him. We have the pistol, which drops in just like that. We get the knife that's going to sheath in right there. Should stay in without a problem. And then we kind of grab his axe, like he's going axe throwing. All right. As for standing him, he seems kind of. There is something different about the MCU figures. I'm not gonna lie. They don't seem to be designed nearly as well as the normal Marvel Legends. But I get him on 1 foot standing. I mean, he can easily be chasing down, you know, this eraser here, right? He's about to axe the eraser before he takes out somebody. As for his pistol, I don't think I'm going to have any problem getting that pistol in there. It's actually kind of small, which I do like for a lot of the other figures. And again, if you ask, why do you need butterfly joints? It allows you, if done properly, to put their hands together like they're firing straight. So for this guy, pretty much, he's off to always firing just with one hand. All right? No problem there. We can grab this gun that I had with Gung Ho, but right now he's sporting a big, giant machine gun. And this really looks like something the Punisher would have. I feel like this arm is going to come out. So let me know if you have this and if you're having the same issue. But I mean, it's weird because like I can even just hear him. I can literally just hear him talking. Like his voice is so distinct. All right, but I don't think I can get him any, you know, in any issues. Have to move this to bend the elbow at the other point, right there, to shorten the length. You take the rifle, you can grab the foregrip. And I know I had somebody say to me about like, you know, who fires a rifle with their elbow out. I don't know, action figures do. You can only do so much with them. All right. So you're going to push this into position, and you're able to get a pretty good shot. I don't think I'm going to have any issues getting, like, you know, shots with this. But I actually do like this Punisher. I like the figure design for the most part, but I'd be lying if I said, like, there isn't something different between, let's say, this guy and the recent Marvel Legends 2-pack that I got. But hey, you know what? Every figure is going to be made a little differently. So I have a feeling he's going to be sporting this from now on. I have so many weapons, and I need some better ones. And this one fits in perfect. So I guess let's wrap this up. All right, so there you go. That is your MCU Marvel Legends Punisher. Now, I obviously left that rifle on him. You know, he has this open hand. I don't really know what to do. It's kind of like a trigger finger. Am I missing something? Is he supposed to be... I feel like he's meant to choke someone, but he's got the axe, which is actually pretty nice. I do like the pistol. The knife's pretty good. He'll be sporting a rifle. I obviously got to take it off to do the actual shot. So, you know, the promotional pictures. But anyway, there you go. Not much to this guy. He does have a decent buck. I will say this. I don't think it's one that you're going to be doing a whole bunch of photography with, although he's not bad. He's not bad, but the articulation, there is a different feel with the MCU figures compared to the actual normal Marvel Legends. Something like, let's say, this guy right here. I really went heavy in the X-Men 97. I don't know why. I don't know what I'm telling you guys. But anyway, there you go. That is my Marvel Legends Punisher MCU review from the hotel in Ohio. And you know my feelings on Ohio. But anyway, here we go. Frank Castle, the Punisher from Daredevil Born Again. Now I'm going to get out of here. You stayed this long probably to see what a fool I can make myself in a hotel room. Well, this is how much I can do. But so please, if you stayed this long, take a second. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification so you're notified every time I drop a Marvel Legends review. Now, don't go anywhere. What you might be saying is, hey, I don't really care about the hotel, but have you done more Marvel Legends? And you'd be in luck, because right up here will be another review, and down here will be a playlist of all the Marvel Legends that I've done. Take care.